Okay, let's finish this up, and I want to take a look at 10 and 11. So remember, step one is you have to isolate for any variable. It doesn't matter. In this case, the easiest one to isolate for is x, because your coefficient is 1. So I'm going to get x by itself, and I do that by adding 3y to both sides. So x equals 3y minus 2. Now I look at the other equation, and remember, your day stays the same. 10 stays the same, except now x is going to be 3y minus 2. So in place of x, I get 3y minus 2, and then add, and then 8y, and then equals, and then negative 20. Now all my variable is the same. So I distribute, and I get 30y minus 20 plus 8y equals negative 20. I combine like terms, so I get 30y and 8y is 38y minus 20 equals negative 20. I add 20 to both sides, and I get 38y equals 0. When I divide both sides by 38, remember it's okay for 0 to be on top, so y equals 0. Remember, 0 is still a real number. It's real, it's rational, it's an integer, it's whole. So a lot of times students last in Unit 2 would just say, oh, no solution. But 0 is an answer. So now I'm going to plug in 0. I can plug it in anywhere I want. I've got 3 equations to choose from. I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to get, in place of y, I plug in 0. And I get 0 minus 2 is a negative 2. Okay? So now that's the solution to this equation. The best way, though, is to check your answer, check your answer, check your answer. Okay, let's jump down to number 11. And in this case, which variable is the easiest to get by itself? It's still the best when your coefficient is 1. So I'm going to get y by itself up here. Now, it's negative, but that's okay. We can get rid of the negative. So I'm going to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And I get negative y equals negative 3x minus 8. Y can't be negative, so I just do the opposite. So I get y, 3x is the opposite, and positive 8 is the opposite. Now I have y by itself. So I go down to the next equation. Your day stays the same. The only thing's changing is that y is out, and 3x plus 8 comes in. So 5x stays the same, plus stays the same, 2 stays the same. Y is gone. And whose takes his place? 3x plus 8, and then equals, and then 5. So now I solve it because my variable is all the same. So I distribute, plus 6x plus 16 equals 5. I combine like terms. I get 11x plus 16 equals 5. Subtract 16 on both sides. 11x equals negative 5. Negative 15. Negative 11. What am I doing? What am I doing? I can't do math. Negative 11, and then divide both sides by 11, and x equals negative 1. So, x equals negative 1. Now I have options to choose from to solve for y. So I'm going to use this one, and I have y equals 3x plus 8. I already solved that x is negative 1. So to solve for y, I get negative 3 plus 8. Negative 3 plus 8 is 5. Okay, so that's using substitution to solve for systems of equations. If you're struggling with that or it sounds confusing, come see me.